guys, welcome to Tell Show. It's your girl Sheila here. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we're going to be reviewing and trying out the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil. So this is meant to be like a lip stain but also a lip oil. And guys, the minute I saw these bad boys launch, I just knew I had to have them. There's 8 shades available. I picked up 4 of the shades. I'm going to go straight into swatching and trying them on so you guys can get an idea of the color. And then later on I'll tell you guys about, you know, the formula and if I think it's worth it or not, and what I think about all the shades they have available, and just like really get into it. But let's see the colors because I'm excited to see the colors. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in because we're focusing on the lips and I want you guys to be able to see the lips, you know what I mean? Okay, I think that should be perfect. I can't really see myself, so I'm struggling a little with the setup, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. I picked up 4 of the shades, but I also went into the store to try and swatch the other shades because some of the other shades I knew that I wouldn't use personally, so I just didn't bother buying them. Listen guys, it's not PR. I spent my hard-earned coins buying this, so I'm gonna get what I'm gonna use. I'm sorry, but I did go into the store to swatch the other shades, all the shades they had available, so I will insert that as a clip for you guys to see a little later on after I show you guys the swatches. So these are meant to leave a stain on your lips. That's why I'm going to start off with the lightest shade. The lightest shade that I have here is the shade Joy, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's very similar to the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch blush. So this is what one of my blushes looks like. This is the blush in the shade Love. I think what would have been great if they did was have the same names for like the blush and the lip oils. So like if the blush was the same color as the lip oil, I would call it the same name, just to like at least people already know, oh my god, I like that color on my cheeks, so that means I probably will like it on my lips. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like it makes it easier to like get things. You guys aren't here for that, so I'm gonna just go straight into swatching this. So this is the shade Joy. So that is what Joy looks like at the back of my hands. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch that on my lips as well. I'm definitely getting a little tingle or like a little cooling feeling, but I'm not sure. I don't think this is meant to be a plumping one, but that feeling might be a hangover from the previous product I had on my lips. But we'll check on that a little later and see if that is meant to happen or my lips are just about to spontaneously combust. And this is the shade Joy. So I'm just gonna wipe this off my lips. My lips are already like very tinted. The next shade I'm gonna try is the shade Happy. This is more of a pink shade. So I'm gonna swatch it at the back of my hand and then on my lips. If you guys can look at the doe foot applicator, it looks a lot more like hot pink. I swatch at the back of my hands, it just looks a little more like baby pink. So I think it's probably more baby pink than anything. And this is the shade Happy. It's definitely more of a soft pink. I definitely would pair this with a dark brown lip liner just to give it a bit more oomph. So I'm going to go in with the Made by Mitchell lip liner in the shade All Lip No Trip. I was initially going to use my Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Strong, but I just realized I ran out. So I guess I got to go back and get another one. And this is what the shade Happy looks like paired with a brown lip liner. And this is the shade Happy in Natural Daylight. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the shade Joy next. So the shade Joy is more of a corally, pinky, orangey type of color. And this is what the shade Joy looks like without any lip liner on. And this is what the shade Joy looks like paired with a brown lip liner. I definitely like this look a lot more. I feel like it looks a bit more defined and just a bit more oomph. The vibe I'm getting from this lip oils is that I probably will use them as an initial stain, just to stain my lips. And then as the day goes on, I probably will just like put on a clear gloss as I go on, but that's the vibe I'm getting. But let's see. And this is the shade Joy in Natural Daylight. I'm going to stop talking and move on to the final shade because otherwise my lips are going to be stained beyond, you know, repair. So the next shade I'm going to be swatching is the shade Serenity. So the shade at the bottom is the shade Serenity. It's definitely giving me that initial pinky vibe, similar to Happy, but a bit more plummy, I would say. Just a bit more purple, not as pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this on my lips. Yeah, the initial payoff is definitely a lot like Happy, but hopefully the tint is different because otherwise. So this is the shade Serenity. This is the shade Serenity paired with a brown lip liner. And this is the shade Serenity in Natural Daylight. I'm trying to decide which of the three is my current favorite. I feel like Serenity and Joy are definitely like fighting for my attention. I don't know, like there's just something about them that's like, yes, like I really like all three shades. Do I think you need every single shade in the range? No. I kind of wish there was a red shade in there. That would have been a definite yes for me. I would have 100% gotten that shade. But I feel like a lot of the pink / mauve shades are quite like interchangeable, so you can pretty much just pick up one and not get the rest and you'll be good. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the product. So the Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil is an innovative lip jelly that transforms into a lightweight oil, starting off glossy, then leaving lips tinted while staying comfortable, never sticky all day. It's definitely comfortable on my lips, not sticky at all, but for me personally, I just feel like it's not glossy enough. Like the level of gloss that I need and I want from a lip oil or a lip gloss, I just don't feel like this is giving me that. I will show you guys what I mean by how glossy I want my lips to look, but this just isn't glossy enough. But it is comfortable, it is a nice feel on my lips. So I'm just gonna tell you how to describe all the shades because I feel like my shade descriptions were not great. We have the shade Hope, which is a nude mauve. And then we have the shade Happy, which is a cool pink. We have the shade Wonder, which is a rose mauve. We have the shade Joy, which is a muted peach. Okay. We have the shade Honesty, which is a nude brown. The shade Serenity is a warm rose. The shade Delight is a rose brown. And the shade Affection is a muted berry. And they all retail for £21 each. It's a little pricey for a lip oil / lip stain, but you know, I guess it's kind of in line with the Rare Beauty brand. So yeah, it's made with jojoba and sunflower seed oil. It instantly hydrates and nourishes for soft, smooth lips that feel moisturized all day. It gently plumps lips for fuller, healthier looking pout in seconds. See, I wasn't bugging. There was a cooling effect happening. So it is a plumping lip stain / lip oil. I thought I was bugging, but I wasn't bugging. Good. Flat angle doe foot applicator for easy swipe and go application. The doe foot applicator is definitely really good. I had no problem using it whatsoever, and it's 0.1 fluid ounces / or 3 milliliters. I definitely think it's a cute concept. I like the fact that you get that opacity of color, you get that lip stain, but it's also a lip oil, so it's like hydrating and kind of does the same almost functions as an oil. But I will say that it's not the glossiest gloss in the world. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I would make this a little glossier. So I just want to test if it transfers. So that is, I just kissed the back of my hand, and the only color I can really see is the color from my lip liner because it looks a bit brown. So yeah, so that doesn't transfer because I can wipe it off and, you know, it's just completely off. While with these, when I actually try and wipe them off, my hands are stained. So it is quite good in terms of staining and it doesn't transfer easily. But this is how I'd wear it. So after I've had it on and left the house, I'd pop a clear gloss. I know this isn't technically clear, so I'd pop a clear gloss or a lip oil. Most lip oils don't really have any color to them, to be honest. I'll pop that on it. This lip oil smells so good. When a product claims to be glossy, this is the level of shine I am looking for. This is the level of delicious, this is the level of voluptuous, this is the level of, you know, oomph that I'm looking for when a product claims to be glossy. So So as I mentioned, there's 8 shades available. I was only able to pick up a couple. I tried to go into stores so I could swatch the other shades, but they also didn't have Affection, and they didn't have, I think they didn't have about 3 shades, which I also didn't have, which kind of made the whole thing a bit pointless. But it's fine. I'm still going to show you guys the swatches so you guys get to see what they actually look like and different lighting. I noticed when I went to store to swatch them was that they all looked very similar in store. Like when I was swatching on my hand, everything was just like muddled up. Like just, I was like, what's the difference? What's going on? Yeah, everything just seemed very, very similar, except for like a couple shades which were like very distinct, but everything seemed very similar. But when I stepped outside, I realized that, oh, this wasn't the color I was seeing in store. So I'm definitely going to include some clips with me in natural daylight, just so that you guys can see and, you know, get a better feel of what these actually look like. Overall, would I recommend this product? Yes. It also reminds me a little of the Fenty Popsicle. So if you have all those shades in the Fenty Popsicle like I do, you don't need every shade in the Rare Beauty lip oil lip stain. You can definitely pick and choose among them, because honestly I feel like it's the same. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys some other time. Bye.